Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Hello, one and all. Happy Friday night to you. Okay. Hello, Sherry Ware, Marcy Foreman, Karen, Anastasia, Isabella. You'll be right back. Let's see here. Okay. Hmm, all right. And Annie Bennett. Who else is here? Dorothy Ross. Hi. Um, I'm sorry, Annie Bullard. Did I say Bennett? Oh, Bullard and okay, Annie Bennett, and there's Annie Bullard are here. Okay, all right, thank you. I'm so glad I figured that out. Miss D Bernard, hello. Mary Hiker, hi. Tommy Cooper. Oh, well, thank you so much, Connie Balmer. Sorry, I'm keeping you up late or waking you up so early. Thank you very much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So anyway, I see I missed one from earlier. Thank you, Alima Zimmer. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Oh, and thank you for being a member also. Ah, very nice. Thank you. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, and I'm scrolling back to see if I missed anything, but aside from a lot of kind words and hellos, I think that was it. Okay. Sorry for the late start, but I had an appointment as I'm getting some dental work done. So I'm just that much closer to getting my Martha Ray Polydent smile. If you guys remember those commercials, Martha Ray had quite a set of choppers. And anyway, whereas my work is not as extensive as that, I think, still, I want my smile back. Okay, everybody deserves a smile, right? All right. So, anyway, aside from all of that, has anything interesting happened today? Oh, where did I leave off yesterday? Gosh, I was smiling so much that when the dentist opened my mouth today, he's like, "Can you open your mouth?" And I'm like, "Just barely." But yeah, because I was smiling and laughing so much yesterday, so um, I was already a bit sore from that. Happy birthday to Connie Bomber! Connie Bomber's birthday? Wow, I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry, I'm still setting up here. Didn't mean to miss out on that, but yeah. Well, happy birthday, Connie Bomber. Wow, very nice. And you're spending time with us. Very nice. Thank you so much for that. Oh, wow. Happy birthday, Connie Bomber! Oh, that is so cool. I had no idea. You know, a wise person would write these things down, but then I'd have to try to figure out where I wrote it. Oh man. But wow, that's great. So maybe you were going to be up late today anyway, but either way, sorry if we're keeping you up so late or have you up so early. I think the time difference is 6 hours. Yes, it's not so bad there. Not so bad. I'm looking. I am thinking can't be more than about 11, 12 p.m. maybe something like that. Okay. Let me do this then. Okay, now streaming. Wow, why did I put that there? Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh my goodness. I was about to make a mistake. Okay, let me focus on one thing at a time. That might help. Okay, so if I do this and I do that, okay, now streaming. That was all I needed to do. Okay, so my mouth tastes like a skid mark. Impressions had to be made today. So, ugh. Oh man, Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching. Excuse me, Royal Sussex. There you go, nice and deep for you, Royal Sussex. God, I sound so butch. All right. I got that done. Got that done. Okay, I think I'm good now. So let me bring up my slides, which of course I was working on up to the very absolute last moment. So the first part of the slides is going to be a bit of a revision of yesterday. Oh, let me put that one up. There we go. And then we'll work our way to the newer stuff. Okay. All right. So do this. Oh no, that didn't work. Let me see who else is here. In the meantime, let me give you this to check out. Um, mm, mm, mm. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Oh, I should have worked on that one for today. Oh, I keep meaning to share that with you guys, but maybe, just maybe. Okay, okay. Zenobia Wood, hi. Lydia Washington, hello. Ginger Snap. And by the way, I know someone sent me uh, a message on Twitter asking for some help with something. I just haven't had an opportunity to sit down and really answer in detail. So I will get to that very soon, hopefully sooner than later. Hello, Angela Simmons. Hi. Hi. Thank you for being here. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I love Mickey and he loves and he loves one. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the super sticker and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Friday to you. Gosh, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Okay. All right. If not, Sherry's making a list, I believe. So Compton Gal, I'm sorry, Compton Cali Gal, welcome. Hope, Faith, Love, welcome. Okay, so let me do this and I am good to go. I'm good to go. All right. Okay. Marsha Taylor, hi. Okay. Okay, let me stop looking over there. I am almost done. Lucy Wen, hi, Lucy Wen. Oh man, come on now. There we go. Okay, they just had like a new what do you call it? Uh Apple just did like a new refresh on their iOS program. So I think all the glitches may be gone for a little while. So hopefully. There we go. Royal Sussex. Took a minute to get that up there, but all right, we're good. Royal Sussex. And then going to the next thing here. So yesterday this happened, and I'm going to breeze through these just for a little refresher, but there are some new things intermittently mixed in there. So as we know, that situation right there where we've learned, I think all of us have had our eyes open to they're going to show up fast. Really? Why is that, Miss D. Bernard? Uh, did another party just let out or something like that? Anyway, well, thank you for letting me know that. Let me see. I guess another party just let out, huh? Well, he either looks like he's in pain or he's in rapture. He's either in pain or the rapture. He's Oh, thank you, Miss D. Bernard. I appreciate that. Let me see. I searched mini. Ooh. Sherry and Sade. Hey, how are you? Yes, we have been cutting up. We have been cutting up, and it's been a lot of fun. Yesterday, I left to my stomach side with everything was just aching yesterday. So the Prince of Pegging, I thought he'd like to sleep rough with black men. I thought he'd like to sleep rough with black men. Rough, get it? Ruff, rough. Anyway, so well, and so we find that we really don't know people. Not to say that there was anything that happened other than sleeping rough, but then it's just hard to really say sleeping rough with a black man. And mind you, I didn't write that. That's the way the article was written. Prince William reminds us that he once slept rough with a black man, and that should prove he's not the R word, says that black man who was very quick to come out and defend Martin Luther Cambridge, right? He was very quick to defend Martin Luther Cambridge. And that was long before he gave that I have a scheme speech over at the rail station. So go figure. Let's see. Ginger Lily, thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Friday to you, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And by the way, you guys, Sharon Charday has a lot of great content when it comes to the Sussexes. So make sure you check out her channel. I discovered Sharon some time ago, along with a few other diehard squatties. You know, you get over there and you see, oh, I didn't know that this person watched this channel and that person, and then you see quite a few of the usual suspects there. And so turns out when I see that, I know I'm in the right space. So thank you, Sharon Charday. Yeah, but I great channel. So you guys have to make sure you check it out. And I'll put a link up for Sharon's channel later. Okay. I'm scrolling here. Someone wants to say hi to some people. There you go. Nagatama Mona wants to say hello to a few people. You love the great authority. I probably mispronounced that. I figured if I said it fast. Oh, you found Sharon. Hello, Joan Garcia. Yeah, a great channel, right? I love it, especially the fashion. I love the fashion because Sherry-On has a passion for fashion, and there's nothing better than feeling the passion that someone has for a particular topic or subject matter. It just makes it that much more interesting and appealing to watch or listen to. So, yeah, I love that. Okay. And then, of course, the Queen's reaction. Um, yeah, Queen's reaction was quite stellar, of course. She seemed to be a bit shaken by it. But then again, as the Queen has aged, she has become quite animated, which is fun to watch. I wonder, you know what? Remember the guy that, remember when they took away the rugby patronage away from Prince Harry? I wonder what that guy's reaction was to that. I wonder what his reaction would have been. Let's see. Uh, so I think this is kind of a universal reaction to the Cambridges. Either one of them, the reaction is like, I can't believe this. You know what? But no doubt, at this particular moment, he's trying to. I don't know. Maybe he's looking for subtitles so he can figure out what is she talking about. But he just did not look thrilled. But then I guess that reaction is pretty universal when the Sussexes are involved. So, oh man, oh Jacqueline, absolutely, absolutely, we're praying. Let's see. Hello, Baron and Squatty family, praying all is well, praying for the Sussex family and Mom Doria and all God's people everywhere. Much love. Absolutely. Thank you, Jacqueline, the official chaplain of Royal Sussex. Okay, so back over here. And then, of course, this all made so much sense to me. Um, but you know what, guys? Later on, I'm going to show you some information why I think I probably got this wrong. I think I was wrong when I said, oh, that explains why she always looks so, because she's got some, how do I put it, kinks of her own. she has a few kinks of her own. So we'll talk about that later, of course. And this right here, when I saw this on Duchess of Success, I said, that can't be true. And then when I went on Twitter, I saw it even more. So yesterday, as I said, I woke up and I slept in a bit, and I go on to Twitter, and almost in that same moment, I'm listening to Duchess of Success, and they're talking about Ryanair and the pegs and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, huh? And I'm just like, that can't be true. Well, I decided to do some investigation. This is the screenshot that I took from Ryanair's Twitter. Yes, they meant what they said. We're saving a seat for you. I promise you, I love those eyes that he makes. This was when they asked him, um, is your family the R word family? And he said, we are not an R word family. Um, and of course, he had that rather sheepish look on his face. So yeah, I always thought this was the just classic look for him right there. And of course, in case you missed it, again, there is the arm of the chair. It, you know what, I when I looked at this, I said it almost looks like somebody dropped a Viagra down in the seat cushion. Maybe that's how that happened. Perhaps somebody was taking a flight and they were trying to get ready, for later, and they took their Viagra and it fell into the seat cushion. And now no matter what they do, they just can't seem to get that arm. Woo! Now whatever they do, they just can't seem to push it down. It just keeps popping right back up. Um, oh man. Uh, anyway, see, I'm starting already. I'm starting already. And of course, these are some people who I suspect, um, if there is, and I'm still gonna just be very, cautious because there's so much misinformation out there. But in the likely event that there is any validity to this idea that there is some type of digital probing going on, or, you know, whatever, any type of phallic devices about Kensington or whatever. Um, if you think of the people who have been hired at Kensington Palace, not to say anything about their status, where their sexuality is concerned. That is not really germane at this point. But then again, I always like to keep the Jacksons out of it. Okay, that was pretty bad. But I like to keep the Jacksons out of it, not germane. Oh, okay, that was tacky. But anyway, um, yes, they do seem like they're on the committee, as they used to politely say. They are, I believe that all of them are on the committee, including obviously the person who is central to the conversation right now. I believe that they are on the committee, which is a euphemism for the committee. Oh man. Black Queen, I can't help myself sometimes. And I fought like you don't know. Sometimes when I go to a doctor's appointment, I get really nervous and I cannot stop telling jokes. And so I had to fight the urge today, because doctor, dentist, MD, whatever, I cannot stop telling jokes because I don't know, I'm always a little nervous and I get anxious, and then I just, it's one after the other. And so they were all pretty bad, so I won't even repeat them. But Yeah, that happens to me when I get anxious. If you think that was bad, you ought to see when I'm like at a doctor's appointment. I will not shut up. Okay, like when I had my colonoscopy, um, I was looking at the screen that the doctor was looking at, and I'm just like, "Oh wow, that's ain't that something?" I said, "That looks like a bowl of chitlins," and he said, "You need to shut up." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "But it do look like a bowl of chitlins," and then I told the nurse, I was like, "Don't that look like a bowl of chitlins?" Anyway, after that, the sedative had kicked in, and I don't remember much. Legs, thank you so much for the super chat. Baron, do you believe they have a pegging order? I love it. Yes, I do believe they have a pecking order. Pegging. But yeah, what you said. Oh, I see you guys have not lost your humor from yesterday. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. We needed this going into the weekend, didn't we? Oh, anyway, so and then for some odd reason, I when well, I'll just say my aunt was asking me about the channel, and she always asks how's. I tried to build up the nerves to tell her about this sorted thing, but I changed my mind. I'm like, okay, then maybe not, maybe not. I think some people should go a lifetime and not know how weird the royal family can be. Um, also, okay, let me take that away. And anyway, so then next thing you know, all right, so the photo on the left, I, I, why is it we're only just now seeing these photos? These photos cannot be like old photos. These seem like they are relatively. What did you say? Brokeback Palace? Oh, I don't know. We might get in trouble if we call it Brokeback Palace. Oh, yeah, we probably shouldn't go there. But oh, uh-oh. I see. I think there's a troll. I think there's a troll. Okay, I just put that one in timeout. I just put that one in timeout. No worries, you guys. I caught that one myself. Yvonne Clark, who recently had a birthday. Baron, is there a video out there? Someone said it was a video. Really? I don't know. Now, I do know that recently someone said that there were there was a photo or photos of Broke Pig Mountain is a rough place. Oh, uh, so, yeah, Yvonne Clark, I'm not sure. I just know that they said recently that there was a possibility that there was a image out there of Andy that would rock the Royal Family Office Foundation. That is what someone said. And and I know that they are never wrong. You guys, I'm going to have to do something to that because I got a feeling that we're going to start getting hit with trolls. So I am going to change the setting. So if you are a recent subscriber, you may not be able to comment. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change the setting before we get like inundated with a bunch of trolls because I'm just not feeling that today. So let's go back a month and let me see. Subscribers only. So unless you're a subscriber, you won't be able to wreak havoc on this channel. Speaking of which, I have a feeling that someone who was on the channel for some time kind of turns out that person was a troll. I won't say who, but I'm very disappointed by that. I thought about it and I'm like, wait a minute, that wasn't the first time that person was weird. So I had to do something about that. So anyway, I think this will settle things for us. I think that will take care of the trolls, and we won't get any more of those things offering us, some of that stuff that you see on. Anyway, thank you so much, Yvonne. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, I'm scrolling. And, oh, they're coming in fast too, right? So let me see. The Duchess of Success, trolls, the peggers. Oh man, that is too funny. Okay, so let me get rid of that. All right. Okay, I did that just in time because yeah, they were starting to roll in here, weren't they? So yeah, I think I got rid of the trolls. Aha. Okay. Oh man, I mean they were really pouring in there, weren't they? The trolls should stay in the Cambridge channel. Yeah, well, I wish they would. I wish they would. Anyway, before I forget, let me do this. Let me do this. Um, uh, mm, mm, mm. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay, give me a sec, you guys. Give me a second here. I want to make sure I share this before I forget. Because I got a bad case of sometimers. Sometimes I remember, and sometimes I forget. It's called sometimers. Oh man. Um, y'all know how this sometimers is. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. What am I looking for here? All right. So this is the link for Sherry-On. I hope. Now let me check that out and make sure that that's exactly what it is. Yeah. So I'm going to pin that to the top of the chat. So if you guys have not watched Sherry-On, I promise you, you are going to be very glad that you did. So, oh, whatever am I doing here? Okay. Oh, that's probably what it is. All right. All right. All right. I got this. I got this. Okay. So I go here and I go there. I had to talk myself through the steps, y'all, because you know how oh, okay, you hear echo. Let me get rid of that. And I will pin to the chat and I'll be right back with you guys. Royal Sussex subscribers. Okay. Now you see that? Now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, pin, and we're good. Did I say pin or peg? Peg. I'm gonna peg it to the. Okay, so if you guys are looking for the link, I just pegged it to the top of the chat. So don't worry. If I don't. Let me see. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's only for people who have subscribed less than a month ago, and that way they won't disturb us today, right? They won't disturb us. We can't be bothered. Let me see here. Diane Hawkins says, "Come here just in case." There we go. Glimpse of him. Of course, sometimes I sit here and just so that can feel that connection to the Duchess of Sussex, I sit here in stilettos and a pencil skirt, and that is why the confusion when Thomas Markle Jr. said that she believes that well she that he believes that the Duchess of Sussex is behind the channel is because he picked up on that pencil skirt. Look at there. Ever since this pegging thing, I'm starting to get weird because he picked up on that pencil skirt energy, right? So that's why he assumed that the Duchess of Sussex was the one behind the Royal Sussex Channel. And that if she wasn't behind the channel, then at the very least that she's paying me. So none of which is true because I tell you, my socioeconomic level has not improved in about 10 years. The only thing that has improved is the fact that I can pronounce socioeconomic, and it took me a while to get there. So there you have it. Believe me, it was a struggle to get that far. But let me refresh your tea, shall I? Let me refresh your tea.
I think all of the trouble and be there as much as family would.
Thomas, I wanted to ask you about these vile individuals who refer to themselves as the Sussex Squad, because they were posting some of the most revolting things about your father.
Okay, so that's not the one that I wanted. Let me find the one that I reimagined and repurposed. That ain't the one I want. The one that I made that I repurposed is that much better. That one right there is not as much fun. So let me find the better one and then I'll share that one because that one ain't as much fun if you ask me. But yeah, so that is what really put Royal Sussex on the map was when Thomas Markle called me out. He called out this channel, and life has not been the same. Ever since he called out the so-called Sussex Squad, ever since he called us out. Okay, is that the right one? Let's see. Nope. Okay. Yep. I got it, guys. I got it. Don't worry. I got this. Okay, I don't got it. I thought I had. I don't got it. Give me a second, though. The so-called Sussex Squad. Thomas. Let's see. The so-called Sussex Squad. What in the name did I name that one? It would be helpful if I could remember the name of it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, bingo. Got it, you guys. Got it. All right. Was that it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, how weird. Okay, never mind. It's been built up too much. Although I know it's just right here. Let me see. Oh, strange. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. All right, bingo. Yeah, no wonder it's called the Sussex Squad. That's why I was hiding in plain sight.
Thomas, I wanted to ask you about these vile individuals who refer to themselves as the Sussex Squad.
So I come to my dad's house and start going through it, and I look on YouTube, and my God, I see the Sussex Squad and the Royal Sussex page on YouTube and the things they post, and that's where I found that disgusting video making fun of my father just because he's going to the Jubilee. I mean, and if you look on the Royal Sussex page on YouTube, you're going to see exactly whose it is. It's definitely Meghan Markle. And it's not her personally. She's definitely paying somebody to do it.
Man, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. But you know what? I tell you, the one thing I still can't get over is when he said he was at his father's house and he was going through it. I still don't know what going through it means, but I hope they're still on speaking terms. Yeah. Let me see. Oh, well, I'm glad you like it. That's why I wanted to do the other one is because of the sound effects. Okay, so let's move on. I don't know where this comes from, the Bendy photos. He looks about as athletic as a drunken sailor. This guy is not athletic at all. Not at all. Harry is the true athlete. Oh, by the way, Iris Pneumonia, we know why he didn't want to get on that. You mean the drunken horse? The horse that allegedly was given a sedative because Willie was said to have been too lazy to practice with the horse. And the horse probably would have actually would not have recognized him, would have thought him to be a stranger and possibly have, I guess, acted out during the Trooping the Colors. And it was speculated that the horse seemed to be sedated. We don't know, but uh, I like your version of the events. Thank you so much, Iris. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And Les, you say, I think this is why he doesn't like riding horses. Well, the animal horse that is was allegedly drugged, and the horse for the Jubilee and doesn't play polo often. Yeah, he's not athletic. He only does it for the photos. It is only for the photos, and that's it. Unless it's a photo op, he doesn't do much of anything. Whereas Harry just simply went out there and played polo. And I got to tell you guys, I've heard this before, and I believe it to be true. It was said that Harry was very well respected in the polo circles, whereas William was a bit of a mama's boy. Harry leans into the play, and as you know, he has fallen off the horse recently, whereas Billy Boy does not really actively play the game. He's pretty much there for support. He doesn't really lead, if you know what I mean. So, all of that I believe to be true, as evident by the fact that he seems, pretty unprepared. Allegedly, allegedly, I have to say that. And listen, Karen, you stopped reading my mind. How long have you been able to do that? Okay, and TCC Sun says, it was good seeing you in the Twitter spaces. Oh, thank you. They can be a little tough, but enjoyable. You feel the group love for the Sussexes. Absolutely. And you know what, TCC Sun, when I go into those spaces, I keep my mouth shut only because I don't want to be a distraction. And the other reason is it's nice to just be a civilian. As you know, I have worked on Royal Sussex to one degree or another every day for at least 14 or 15 months, maybe. And even even when I was doing pre-recorded videos. So it's nice just to be a civilian. It's nice not to have anything to say and to, just listen and take it in and enjoy it from that side of things. So yeah, I do enjoy the spaces, and I'm usually in and out of them because As soon as it gets good, then somebody calls me. As soon as it gets good, then I gotta go and reply to messages and stuff, which is usually some type of, let's see, they're either trying to extend my car warranty or they're trying to offer me some burial insurance. I mean, I'm just like, listen, I'm not interested. And when you're waiting for something, oh my God, you know how it is. So it's very distracting. So when I'm able to actually listen to the spaces, it is so enjoyable. So if you guys see me in the spaces, don't expect me to talk. I am a civilian at that point, and I'm just there to listen and just be a part of the community like that. So thank you, for you guys for having the spaces. Okay. And thank you again, TCC Son. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you so much for being a member and watching Royal Sussex. Okay. And Claudia Blanco, thank you for the super sticker. Happy Friday to you. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And there is another super chat. RBDG Creative Podcast says William can go have several seats. Oh, wait. Yes, that may be problematic. That may be problematic for him at this point. I think the jury is still out. Oh, Connie Balmer was in bed and came out no sleep. Oh. Oh no. Okay, let me see. And by the way, Connie Balmer, if I win that big $1 billion lottery, we may be neighbors because I promise you guys, I'm going to Switzerland. If I win that big lottery money, I am headed to Switzerland. It's such a beautiful country, and I've only like seen it from a rail car, but oh man, so I can't really say I've been there. I think if you don't leave the airport or the rail station, you haven't really been there. If you're driving across country, if you don't really go any place but a rest stop, you haven't been there. You know what I mean? So, uh, let me see. All right, let's move on here. Oh, okay. Again, that haunting stare from the back seat is starting to make sense. Oh, did I just say back seat? Oh, and this, I don't know, my imagination says he's explaining his lifestyle to some. This is why I didn't want to talk to my aunt about what was happening in the Sussex world, well, in the royal world, because I felt as though I would have to get very animated like he did. So I thought, well, maybe not. Okay, and then the look. All right, so you guys, I've just said she's got a little shady past of her own. Some of it you have heard, but I'm the other one. I am definitely going to have to be very careful in the way I couch it so not to get in trouble. And then, of course, as I said yesterday, Sarah Tosuck Ferguson, I thought this was the worst scandal that had ever hit the family. And then we found out about Randy Andy. But you know, and of course, I'm just throwing out the nicknames: Sarah Tosuck Ferguson, Zara the Tongue Ring Tyndall, and Andy. And then of course there's Rambolina, the non-binary prince, who has, uh, I guess you could say, for our enjoyment, has shown us that you can be a royal prince, a prince of the realm, and you can also wear the most delightful maxi coat, a very bespoke military uniform with the pilgrim-like collar, and of course the kind of leather daddy bondage-looking hat. And And of course, just like those famous stilettos, you line it with red, right? Right? You line it with a little red, just, and then just to be a little flirtatious, Then you expose your very muscular thigh. Thank you, Sean is the one who pointed that out, that he has a rather muscular thigh that he shares. And yeah, and then, of course, the stirrup pants. It is quite the haute couture look for the 2000s. So bravo to the non-binary prince for causing it. Okay, 3 snaps. All right, you work it, girl. You work it. All right. So, and then also yesterday I mentioned that the calls seem to have been coming from inside the house. Well, as a part of that group of people that seem to revolve around Kensington Palace, just so happens this guy went to school with one of those people on the committee, euphemistically on the committee, and that, of course, being Jason Knopf. They were school chums. They have a lot in common. A lot. I'm sure, you know, the royal family, um, maybe the occasional person from their romantic past. I don't know. But I think they probably got a lot in common. Who knows? All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to take a glance at some more of your comments before I go to my next set of slides. And then at that point, I'm going to introduce you to some newer stuff that I added. So we just did a little refresh from yesterday, because yesterday was such a I guess kind of enlightening day, right? You can't say it wasn't enlightening. And fulfilling, well, not on our part, but on William's part, I guess, if that is indeed true. Okay, you guys. This is what I couldn't wait to show you. I couldn't wait to show you this. All right, so as you know, you see the calls are coming from inside the house. Well, that was inspired by Dan Rootin' Tootin' Dan Wooten. That was inspired by him because of his famous it's so much easier to blame anything uncomfortable on the R word rather than address the fact that the negativity towards them are coming from within the royal family. Right? Remember that? And so that's what inspired me to remember, the movie When a Stranger Calls. Well, the calls are coming from inside Kensington Palace. Oh, God, I love that. And just for fun, that little weak Willie, we just decided to give him a little hand because he's just he's such a weakling rather. So all right, so as I said, I was inspired last night, and I know you guys are gonna love this. Well, you guys remember Sarah Vine's famous front page where she said she had that, oh, I don't even like to say that word. Well, she said she had that you know what feeling. Well, I decided to change it. As a matter of fact, I swapped out the Sussexes and put the Cambridges where they belong. Yes, they're joyfully in love. So why do I get this pegging feeling? I mean, a pegging worry about this engagement picture. And so yeah, I made it. If the original had the date for the photo with the Sussexes, well, I even changed that. And instead of new official Meghan pictures, now it's new official Kate pictures. There you go. So yeah, I did a little work on it. Yes. Now, as a matter of fact, I'm going to have to make sure. I haven't been sharing stuff to my Instagram lately. I'm going to have to make sure that Rohini, you're at work. You're at work. Oh, wow. Thank you for hanging out with us while you're at work. I'm so glad to hear that. Now, that I love to hear that. I'm just like, you guys, if I can be a part of a day like that, that really makes me happy. But yeah, so I just swapped a few things. So there was the original, and then there was my. Matter of fact, why don't I share that other one with you? I will grab that right now, and I'll show you the difference between the old and the new. Sarah Vine actually, well, I won't say Sarah Vine. The Daily Fail and Sarah Vine, they were definitely embarrassed by this when CBS blurred out that I don't even like to say it. They blurred it out because it was so tasteless, you know. Excuse me. So they were embarrassed by that. Okay. Wow. When I did that impression, I think that some of the whatever that putty or whatever it is, I think I probably swallowed some of it. Ugh. It didn't take well, it wasn't bad though, but I did a dental impression today. So if you hear me clearing my throat excessively, I do apologize. But it is in response to my impression I had today. So okay, so there's that one. Now let me show you the other one, which okay. Uh, let me see. Hello, Olivia Johnson. Good evening to you as well. Glad you're here. So that is the one that ran on the front page of the Daily Fail. See that? So there you have Friday, December the 22nd. This is why I have to double check when I see things posted like this on the Twitter, because you never know if somebody who, can do stuff like I do it could just go and change things. So you guys, before you share something, let this be a lesson to all you have to do is Google the headline and then you could find the actual article. And that way you'll know whether or not you have the real or the reimagined. See there? Wasn't hard to do it. It only took me about 20 minutes. And that was only because I just wanted to make sure it was just so. I almost put pegling, but I took the L out. I figured I wanted it to be as, accurate as possible. So pegging feeling. Well, I tell you, I'm looking at it again myself, and I'm actually impressed. I like it. It came out very well. I hadn't actually looked at it since last night. All right, there we go. So I am a bit of a hypercritical of myself, and I see one thing that I could have done differently, but okay, there we are. We may never know the truth about Prince William's alleged activities, but it's proving that the royal family has less protection than they think. The UK media might look the other way, but social media is changing the PR game for everyone. And you know what? I have to agree with this person who has changed their Twitter handle just for the occasion. Peggy pegging, Peggy pegging for. Say that 3 times fast. Don't say it out loud, though. I don't want you all to sound weird. But Peggy pegging for the monarchy. Peggy pegging for the. Peg, see what I mean? Peggy pegging. Peggy pegging. Peggy pegging. Peggy pegging. Peg. Yeah, yeah, what she said, what she said. And so the blue device there, that was another one of those random images that was floating around the Twitter sphere. So, uh, Alan Vernon, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and happiest of Fridays to you. Thank you so much for being here. You could have been just about any place else on the planet, and you are sharing this time with us. I do appreciate it. Hello, Fancy Wilson. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, and moving on. Okay, and right there, the peg or not, I'm sorry, to peg or not to peg, that is the question. To peg or not to peg? That is the question. Behind the titillating blind item plaguing the crown, Prince William has an alleged penchant for pegging. You see how mainstream this is? I am just amazed at how far this is going. And it's not like we're in a slow news cycle, but as the one person here from Twitter says, is trending at number 5 in Australia and has been covered by Murdoch papers. Did you guys get that? It has been trending at number 5 in Australia, a bastion of nothing but security and support for the royal family. I'm just kidding when I say that, and I'll explain that to you later. But I have some reasons why we should actually. I'm not even going to go out on a limb and say I think that things are changing for the Murdoch publishing media empire and such, but uh, it surprises me that they are speaking out against the former president of the United States, that they are just letting it be known that he did lose the election and he's not wanted again. And the other thing is, they do ever so often throw a little nugget of truth out there, or they will allow you to think that they're going to start to be critical or start being critical of the royals, like for real, like pre Meghan critical. And while we haven't seen much evidence of that, uh, as you notice, the Sussexes have been very silent lately, and this is how they have been working for ever since they left Narnia. They're out there, they're not out there. They're doing things, they're not doing things, which is okay. And in between, we don't hear much because remember, there. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. There are no leaks in Montecito. There are no leaks in Montecito, so we don't hear a whole lot, and it's okay. We prefer it that way. We want the Sussexes to enjoy their freedom from the tabloid media, and when they're ready for us to hear from them, we're cool with that. So yeah, I mean, I can't get enough of the Sussexes, and I want to see them as often as possible. And but you guys, we all understand how it goes. We need them to be safe first and foremost, and the other thing is we want them to avoid the tabloid and paparazzi as much as possible. So, oh, okay. So there we go. Oh man, his royal pegginess. All right. Murdoch said the royals are not good people. He has to know things. Huh. Well, and Lynn, I'm so glad you said that, and I want to tell you why. Because one of the people that seems to toy with them whenever he chooses to is this guy right here. He seems to have an end for the Sussexes. There's no doubt about that. But from time to time, he can be a bit, I guess, snappy with the royal family at large. He goes after them from time to time. He's exposed things about the family before and after Meghan. So I think he just enjoys tormenting people. I really do believe he just enjoys tormenting people. I think he's drunk with power, and he is in a very powerful position in that he seems to have people that listen to him and take everything that he says as the truth. He's very much capable of driving a narrative, and he has gone after other members of the family, and it seems like he does that whenever he chooses, as though he's, on a bit of a power trip. And I think a lot of the people that are royal reporters, they exercise that power, and they pick and choose when and where they'll say certain things. And I think they really get off on it. I think that is, I won't say it's extortion because, of course, that would be illegal. So I'm not alleging that it's a form of extortion. I just think that it's a lot of power for one person to have, especially in that position, but it seems to be the case. So for the lesser extent, you have the royal reporters, and to the greater extent, you have the owners of these publishing companies like Lord Nappyhead and like that dimpled chin menace to society, Rupert Murdoch. Thank you, Lynn. Let me see. Simon Pegg. Legs. Are you just sitting over there thinking of stuff? Simon says, um, I wonder how we're going to come out of this weekend. I seriously wonder how we are going to emerge from this weekend. Um, Watch this space, right? Let's just see how that happens. How shall we, as a society, emerge from this weekend now that it has been, um, you know, leaked that there's a member of the royal family that has literally bent over backwards. Anyway, thank you so much for your super sticker. Now that we realize that a member of the royal family has literally bent over backwards for the sake of self gratification or whatever, or who knows. Uh, but oh, woo. Okay. As I say, I have to walk a fine line here. All right, so this is what I was alluding to earlier. This is what I was alluding to earlier. When I said that it is doesn't seem to stop with William and that those rather bizarre looks that she has sometimes, these are images from the so-called, mainstream news, but we call them tabloids or rags. These are images that have been shared. There has been this ongoing flirtatious game of, oh, look at there, my skirt is flying up. I never understood that. I never understood this need for attention from the Duchess of Cambridge. I could not understand, why does this keep happening? It was the tabloids that reported that she liked to hang her behind out the window when she was in college. It was the tabloids that shared these photos of her dress blowing up. And from seeing the photos without redacting them like this, I mean, you see what appears to be a bare bottom. And this is as a duchess. Now, I I've seen photos where it was blurred out. I've seen some that were not. So let me just say very clearly, I don't know if any of the photos that I have seen may have been touched up or whatever, but I believe the ones that showed flesh to be real photos. They looked real to me. Again, there's a way to do things, but this went on for way, way too long. How many times are you going to let your dress blow over your head before you decide to wear something that doesn't react to the wind like that? And I do believe it was deliberate. Maybe it was some kind of game. Maybe it was some kind of kink between the two of them. I don't know, but it went on way too long. As you notice, it doesn't happen anymore. But before it happened way too often. And the only reason why I'm pointing this out is because they have tried and tried and tried to paint the Duchess of Sussex with this brush of being some kind of money grabbing trailer park person, none of which is true. that they tried to create this image of her being hypersexual and fantasizing her as a woman of color, which is really in poor taste and also untrue, that she's like this over sex crazed. And even during the courtship, or after the announcement, or was it during the courtship, when they found out that they were dating, it was even some attempt to say that she was on Pornhub, which of course was not true. And the way that the headline was written was that she was on Pornhub, only for them to find out that there was some lookalike person. But that, most people who walk past the newsstand is not going to go that far. Most people have more sense than spend 65p on a piece of crap. So let me see. Lorna Williams Willie Band. Instead of a wheelie band, a willy band. I love the fact that he's just smiling. I love that. He's just smiling, so pleased with himself to bend and stretch like that in front of people. Thank you so much, Lorna, for your super chat, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. But yeah, he seems to oh man, I will never understand what was going on with these photos. I don't even want to know at this point. Again, thank you so much, Lorna Williams, and happy Friday to you. But yeah, so there you have it. It's like projection, right? Everything that they tried to accuse the Duchess of is, well, the Duchess of Sussex, all of those things that they tried to accuse her of being, it seems like it's actually someone else they were speaking of. That's what really frustrates me, is that during her A levels, Kate said to have flashed her bottom at boys out of the window, according to, and this was in the fail. You recognize the captions on the right, the color bars there. This was in the fail. This was in the fail. Royal writer Christopher Anderson added, she was so famous for this at school, she became known as Kate Middlebum. Kate Middlebum. Which I can understand that is not enough there, so you don't know where it really starts or ends. So, you might as well just say Middlebum. It's not enough there to decide whether there's one cheek or two, so you might as well just say Kate Middlebum. Okay, I get that. Middlebum. Hey, Middlebum. I mean, it's no way to really know whether you don't know whether it starts or ends. You don't know whether she's reaching over her shoulder to get her wallet or whether she's reaching down to her knee, because it doesn't make a difference. There ain't nothing there anyway. So who knows how many times she went to sit down and just slid right on onto the floor because there was nothing to catch. There was nothing to catch the chair. Just go to sit down and just slide on down to the floor. There's no there. So who knows how many times that's happened. Oh man. And if you are new to Royal Sussex, if this is your first time listening, even as a deranger, I just want you to know, yeah, this happens all the time. That this is pretty much every day. So welcome derangers, one and all. Don't forget to hit the dislike button. Please, derangers, make sure you put a thumbs down if you're not really enjoying Royal Sussex. If you want to send a message loud and clear, hit that thumbs down, please. Please. Derangers, hit that thumbs down. Okay, so this is where I'm really going to use innuendo. You see where it says bunny for rampant rabbit? If this is indeed a true and accurate photo, if it is, I have to say that. And thank you to the person on Twitter who, actually everyone on Twitter who has shared so much of this stuff, we like to call receipts. That person with the bunny ears looks hauntingly familiar, doesn't she? Well, apparently this was a party where novelties were sold. Okay, I'll just say novelties. This is a party where they sold novelties, and it appears as though anybody who was wearing rabbit ears were the ones selling novelties at this party. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, and so this person was known to be quite, gifted at novelties. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Again, this is not for the sake of hurting anybody's feelings or trying to diminish anybody's character. This is the past that the tabloids have conveniently forgotten about. And the shocking part about it is they wrote about all this stuff in the past, but all of a sudden they went from being not fit for purpose, not classy enough, not blue blooded enough, not even blue blooded, and all of a sudden it's Catherine the Great. Now all of a sudden she's Catherine the Great. So this is why I say before we get carried away with what Willie may have been up to all these years, think about what the other one has been up to. I mean, they are two of a kind. They are truly, I believe, two of a kind. Even though the other one seems to be muted on occasion and unable to articulate anything, behind those rather bizarre eyes beats the heart of someone that the public either doesn't know or that the tabloids have tried to make us forget about because they're too busy going after the Sussexes. And that seems to be the ploy, is to just keep going after the Sussexes. So, and of course, what they did not expect is that there would be the Sussex squad. This is the factor that, or should I say, this is the force that Princess Diana didn't have. She didn't have a Sussex squad. She had a lot of people who loved her, but there was absolutely no way for people to, I guess, what is the word I'm looking for? To pull out receipts, to call people out. There was really no effective way to do it because a letter writing campaign, letters are a good idea, but it's not, as you can see, the letters could only go so far. But with the social media, now we can make stuff trend and eventually it reaches the mainstream media. Let me see. Andrew says, Baron, they could never find anything like this crap when they check out Meghan and couldn't even pay anyone to do their dirty work, which is so true, Alma. They have tried. They have tried. They have tried. They have paid people, and some people have actually taken the bait. But the people that really matter have not given in, except for, of course, her own flesh and blood father's side of the family. But yeah, I have to say again, I'm so proud of the Raglan side of the family because you just don't have this. You just don't have it. Videos of him stretching. Okay. I got to see those. I'm going to have to look for it then. There is a video of him stretching. Oh my goodness, how did I miss that? Thank you so much, humorous TikTok. I'm going to have to look for that. There are videos of him stretching. Will do. Thank you so much for that. Oh, and thank you for the super sticker. Happy Friday, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. All right. Yeah, I guess I just never seen it because I I don't really pay him attention. Sean, how are you today, Sean? I wonder if they're going to put Camilla's drawers. Oh man. That's a good question. That's a good question because I'm pretty sure she has some that have been handed down all the way from what was her name? Edith Kettle. What was her great grandmother's name who was also like her, had been in a relationship with the king. Um yeah, they probably have been handed down. Oh man. It's interesting too because I'm trying to figure out how, what do you put your arms through? Do you put oh shit, I'm sorry. Do you put your hooves through? Do you put your hind legs through? How does she get in them? And wait, and who takes them off of her? Oh man, thank you for your comment, Sean. Oh man. And so this is the reaction Charles had when they told him about his son. It was at first it was like the stages of grief. First there's shock, and then there's depression, acceptance, and well anyway, whatever the stages of grief, that's what he went through. Oh, woo. Okay, okay. All right, so we're gonna change gears just a bit here. Hit it, Danny. Anti-American British snobs. Now, there was a squatty who put together these four receipts. Like Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle is too American to hang with me. By now, you've probably heard reports of an intense ongoing feud between, and by the way, this is from December 2018, between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton. And then the other one is from Newsweek. Um, I don't know the exact date of that one. I just see July 12th. Perhaps it is this year. Now, just in case you guys don't know, during Princess Diana's wedding, I remember from 1981, over and over again, you heard the name David and Elizabeth Emmanuel. David and Elizabeth Emmanuel. So I believe they are now divorced. And I also understand that there seems to be a dispute between the former husband and wife, as to who exactly designed the gown. So David, who seems like he's on the committee as well, has taken full, responsibility for having designed the gown, reducing his former wife, to being somewhat of an assistant, if you will. I mean, it's been disputed back and forth, but he's the one who wants to take credit for it. Well, anyway, he says that he can't even say her name, that he just refers to her as the American woman. It is these kind of attitudes which at some point is going to backfire epically on the British establishment. It is going to backfire in the most epic way. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know where, but this type of attitude of anti-Americanism is going to backfire in the most epic way. The only way that they are able to carry on this idea that the royal family is so popular is because, just like William, they have this. Oh well, just like the Cambridges, I'll just say the Cambridges. Just like the Cambridges, they have decided to hitch their wagon to the right wing hate propaganda people, the nationalistic people. Those are the ones they hitch the wagon to. That is their constituency. Those are their loyal followers. And by doing that, they do have a base that will solidify and rally for them. But the thing is, you're playing with fire when you do that. When you decide, just like the Republicans, if you notice, the conservatives all over the Western industrialized world, the conservatives seem to be in bed with Russia. They just seem to be in bed with Russia. Also, you'll notice that the royal family seems to be in bed with the same people that are in bed with the Russians, or in some cases, they seem to be in bed with them themselves. Like, for instance, the Kents, the Prince Michael and Princess Michael of Kent, just the name two, or perhaps Andy. They all seem to be in the bed with the Kremlin, or I'm sorry, with the oligarchs, You know, it's so much Russian money in London that they refer to it as London grad. That's how much money there is from Russia that's in London. Money that could be used to feed people, to house people, to provide medical care to people in Russia is being siphoned out by the barrelful and invested in Greater London. It's just a fact. London is a safe haven for a lot of money. A lot of money. You guys, there are some reports out there that would literally shock you. And by the way, I feel vindicated today. Not well, I don't know if I should say vindicated. I just saw a report where someone said that the British Rail is the most expensive rail transportation in Europe, and that they have outside investors that are being paid to they anyway. The rail services rent either the rail cars or the tracks or both from these outside. It's like adding a third person to pay, where you only need like one group or individual or whatever to pay. It's like they added a third party in there. So it's like another set of people that get paid. And these are mostly, this is why British rail service is so expensive. And I'm gonna, I don't want to get too far off the topic, but let me give you an example. I spent 64 days in Europe, right? Back in 2018, 64 days. I bought a continental rail pass for Greater Europe, and that cost 1,050 US dollars. I bought a British rail pass, which was not for 2 months, it was only for 30 days. And that cost, I want to say, about $800 US dollars. And that is heavily discounted. British people could not get the discount that I was eligible for as an American. I repeat, as a British person, you were not eligible for the discount I received. You would have to pay full price. If you ever buy a rail pass to go to Europe, which of course is the favorite topic of Church Nelly. Church Nelly loves when I talk about Europe. You're not eligible for that discount. And I am really sorry. I feel bad for the British people that it costs so much money for them to ride the train. It shouldn't be that way. I'm the visitor. I should be the one paying the big price, not the people that live and work there. But it's true. You guys are getting the shaft. You guys are getting the shaft with your rail service. And even though the strike would be a great inconvenience, I hope that it is beneficial for not only the people who work for the rail services, but also y'all ain't no good, but also for the people that ride the trains. It's outrageously expensive. Outrageously expensive. Oh, you saw that, Veronica? It's outrageously expensive for no reason. It's awful. I mean, it's so much money over there, and the public has to pay these incredibly high prices for stuff like that. Let me see. let me see. Thank you, Veronica. Baron, buy a senior pass and move on. Eddie Bullard, interesting you should say that. It was a senior rail pass. That's exactly what it was. I had a senior discount, but I'm going to tell you why. I was too young for a senior discount, but yet I was too old for a student discount. And of course, they well actually they gave me a first class ticket. It wasn't a senior; it was a first class ticket. And I argued. I'm just like, I don't want to pay that price. But the lady told me, she said, "Let me tell you something. Trains in Europe get very crowded. If you want to be guaranteed a seat, and the only way we can guarantee you a seat, get the first class ticket." So yeah, I'm glad you said something because I just want to make sure I add that in there too. It was the first class ticket. But if you ever decide that you're going to ride the rails, if you want to, backpack across Europe or something like that, don't fly from city to city. If you can, take the train. That way you don't have to go from outer limits into the city center. The train takes you right there. It's just quick and convenient. Or even if it's an overnight train, well, that if you're able to sleep on the train, that takes care of one night of housing that you don't have to pay for. Check in, shower, nap for a couple of hours, get back out there and hit the streets. Makes so much sense. Anyway, so a little bit off topic. Let's get back to this one. Anti-American British snobs. I can only thank the American people for taking Miss Markle back. Well, you know who that is. That's Hoghead. And then the other one, the former king married an American divorcee. Well, of course, there was that going around trying to compare her to Wallis Simpson. Wallis Simpson didn't have much education. She knew a lot about money and people with money, but she didn't have much education. Wallis Simpson could have never have survived. Well, let's say she didn't choose. And of course, let's be fair, for that time, it was difficult for a woman to do certain things, not impossible. I mean, look at Madam C.J. Walker, among other people who managed to make their way, even with the backdrop of the R word. They managed to make their way through life, so it wasn't impossible. But I'll just say this: Duchess of Sussex has never been and never will be anywhere close to a Wallis Simpson type. And I am offended when people try to throw the comparison out there. Yes, she has been divorced. Yes, she is an American. And that is where the similarities end. Okay, let's see here. Shay says, I can't wait for the Cambridges to visit Boston and being booed. They think they are superior amongst Americans, but people of the USA will gaga over them. Wait until they arrive. Well, Shay, I say this: I can't wait for them to finally have to answer some real questions if they show up, and also if they try to go to Washington, which I hope that doesn't happen, but if they do, they are going to make themselves vulnerable to the American media, which may not have the exact deference that they're used to, the exact politeness that they're used to. They're going to get hit with some real questions. Hi, Susie Q. I just saw you up there. If I don't respond to your greetings, I am driving. Okay, well, be safe, Susie Q. And thanks for joining us. I'm glad that we can keep you company. Let me see. Oh, I saw that one. Thank you again for your comment, Shay. Glad you're here, Susie Q. Black Queen says, oh, that's for Church Nelly. I'm out of that. Boston Irish's descendants left because of the potato famine and had Irish land stolen from them by the royal family. Good luck, William. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Lorna, for looking on to the bright side. That's what I'm talking about. Get them. Yeah, hold up some signs and let them know that they're not in Narnia anymore. Yeah. Let me see. All right, let's move on, shall we? Okay, Prince William rumored affair is back at the top of the Twitter news amid a salacious anonymous report. They're trying to draw attention away from pegging. They are trying to draw our attention away from Peggate. Peggate ain't going nowhere because you know what? People are off from work and they got all weekend to talk about pegs. Okay, so good luck, Kensington Palace. Peggate is not going anywhere. Peggate is here to stay. Peggate is just way too mainstream to disappear. I'm not going to let it happen. Oh, William, what have you been up to? Maria Morgan Jones says Princess Diana biographer Andrew Morton says she has been silenced by Prince William. It is a supreme irony that it is her son who has led the cause to posthumously muzzle Diana, to silence her, to prevent her from being heard. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that I had. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's almost the same. Silence her to prevent her from being heard, from saying that she spent her life trying to articulate. Okay, so it's just a little longer there, but yes, he, Prince William, if you guys remember, he said that his mother was paranoid and that the video should never be shown again. I wonder if the whole Peggate is just part of a much bigger story, bigger than, or should I say, more salacious than the Rose Garden, more salacious than the Pegs. I wonder if there's something that's bigger that he was instructed. Listen, go out there, and this is all hypothetical, or just my wild imagination. Go out there, tell them that your mother was paranoid, alone, isolated, and that the video should never be seen again, or else. Is that possible? Who knows? Ironically, this is the day in 1981 Britain's Prince Charles married Lady Diana Spencer in a glittering ceremony at St. Paul's Cathedral. I did not realize that this was the day. I saw that on the Twitter, and I'm like, oh, I guess it is today. So yeah, I believe this is their anniversary. You know what? I didn't double check that, and I probably should have. But according to ABC's tweet, that this is indeed the day. So go figure. Well, all this is going on while on one hand you have a story saying that her son is trying to muzzle her. On the other hand, you got the anniversary of what set, her life as a public person, um, out there. Anyway, so that's it. So hello, is it Pedo here today? William is such an utter disgrace for what he did to his mother. Gross. Well, hello, Pedo of Facts and Two Cents. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad to hear. But yeah, it is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. It shows a lack of character, a lack of insight, no empathy whatsoever for his mother, but plenty of consideration for an institution that likely drove her into the ground. And he seems to side with the establishment, which right now does not seem to be serving him very well, considering the fact that we cannot even look at I can't even look at a hairbrush without thinking of him. I can't look at a piece of produce without thinking about him. There's so many things that I was so I was in the produce section yesterday and I looked over at the cucumbers and nearly fainted because of him. I clutched my pearls in the middle of the Piggly Wiggly because of him. You just cannot unsee it. It's everywhere. Everything, it looks like some type of phallic object all of a sudden. And that's because of his well, the stories, the alleged sick, depraved activities that he is alleged to have been involved in. We have to say that because we don't know without any, doubt that that is true, but it is alleged that that's his kink. Hey, Petal, it is alleged. Okay, it's alleged. I wasn't there. I didn't see him use any, you know, devices of stimulation or anything like that. Hello, Berta Sanchez. Glad you're here. God is going to get Prince Charles and Homela. Trust and believe. I hope so. I hope so. Um, there's a lot of wickedness in that family, and they don't seem to be very self-aware. Yes, Church Nelly, even the cucumbers have turned against me. It's like that commercial for Tootsie Roll. Whatever it is, I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Tootsie Roll, a chocolate chew. Tootsie Roll, I think I'm in love with you. Whatever it is, I think I see becomes a cucumber to me. Because it's two love pegging to me. Oh, oh, whatever it is, I think I see becomes a pegging device to me. All right. Okay, that is creepy to sing that with that kind of voice. But okay, you guys. Okay. Sad news from the world of entertainment. Legendary actress Mary Alice died. They said here she was 84. I saw another one that said she was 80. You guys probably have grown up watching her or have, known her from your youth or whatever. But Mary Alice has been a go-to actress. It's really sad because so many of those people that we've seen in the movies and on television shows, whether it's Beretta, Starsky and Hutch, or perhaps just a walk-on scene in some shows, like those I just mentioned, she's a familiar face, and there's a few of them. I don't actually remember their names, some of them, but like Roseanne Cash. Was it Rosalind Cash? The black actress, Rosalind Cash. She was in so many movies and television. She died some years ago, maybe a couple years ago. And so, and I want to share this with you guys while I'm thinking about it, because occasionally when there's like, the rule of three and all that kind of stuff, let me remind you guys, when it seems like we're losing a lot of famous people, bear in mind that there's probably more people that are famous, that are known by more people than ever before in history, because of television, because of the news media, and now social media. We know so many more people than we knew just 50 years ago. I mean, it's just a lot of famous people, and they are getting older. And, occasionally we wake up and find out this person's gone, that person's gone, but it's just a part of life. So don't let it get you down. There are so many people that are famous all at the same time as I speak. So that's going to, happen. And so don't let it get you down like the world is coming to an end. It certainly is not. It's just, as they say in um what is that cartoon? It's the circle of life. Yeah, that one. It's just the circle of life. And she had a good one. And I thank goodness that she also, I didn't know she won an Emmy. I had no idea she won an Emmy. And I'm glad that she has that trophy that award given to her, from her peers, I think it is. I'm glad that she received that because she was very hardworking, and she helped to pave the way for a lot of people in her career. I'm sure she has she's probably left a huge amount of work behind for future generations to enjoy. So um, it was not in vain. And one story that I love about is that Dolores Foster, who played the original Oracle in the Matrix series, well, she passed away from complications of diabetes and such. I love Dolores Foster. I thought she was so powerful in Matrix. I even thought that she should have received an Oscar for that part she played as the Oracle because it was just such a strong performance. And what I really liked about Lion King, thank you so much, the Lion King Circle of Life. What I really liked about her, having been in the or Matrix series, and then unfortunately she passed away. But Mary Alice, someone she had known throughout her career, Dolores Foster and Mary Alice, they probably have competed for the same parts. One could probably just as easily carry the role as the other because they were so strong and consistent in their performances that very different people but still had a great presence on the stage, on television, that when Dolores Foster died, Mary Alice took up the role of the Oracle. And I think it was a good fit because like I said, she had such a presence on camera. Um, Wherever she was in life, I'm sure she had quite a presence. So anyway, it is sad that we won't see her in anything else, but thank goodness we had her while we did. So that's what I wanted to say about that because I remember her from the 70s and on, you know, being in different things. So very, very nice to know that she received that particular award and many others, I hope. So, okay, that's it. Let me see. Okay, let's move on. So, Myra says this scared the monarchy to death. So, I saw this today and I thought I would share it with you guys. And, let's take time to recognize, yeah, this is what the monarchy found so jarring and upsetting is that outpouring of emotion, that love and connection to the Duchess of Sussex. It is incredible um, to know that someone who was capable of doing so much for so many people within the Commonwealth, if you will, was pushed out because she was just too good for him. And she really was. They didn't deserve it. She was too good for that family. She was too good for uplifting an institution that would just as sooner see her destroyed as to even say her name. She was too good for them. And that's me being polite. Too good for them. Way too good. She inspired too much. She was way too popular, and because uh, the other players in the family are so mediocre, that it was just no question that she had no place there. It was no question. She just did not have a place there because um, everybody else was so mediocre by comparison. There's only one person in that family that I can say with all certainty that was not threatened by the Duchess of Sussex's presence. Only one person, and that one person is Harry, somebody who is so dynamic in his own right that he doesn't have a bone of insecurity in him. He's way too capable to be afraid to let somebody else shine. way too capable. I mean, there's so much more going on there than with anybody else in that family, that he didn't have to live in that fear. The rest of them were afraid, but he was not. Was not, is not afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of because he's just that good. It's just plain and simple. He's just that good. He has no reason to feel inferior or less than anyone in that family, outside the family, or any place else. Whatever they want people to believe, it's just not the case. He doesn't feel that way because he doesn't have to, because he knows who he is. He knows what he's capable of. And even, it's not really possible to say, well, if he didn't have those things, well, he does have it. But whether he had that lifestyle, that life, or whatever privilege is perceived to be, he still is just naturally talented. He's a very talented, very intelligent individual. And I'm pretty sure that as much as they hate the fact that they lost him, they realized that they couldn't control him anymore. The genie was let out the bottle, so to speak. Hello, Lydia says UK media will throw up pictures like these when they say she was welcome. Yes, that's true. But don't show the nasty UK papers headlines. It was the family and media, not the people who ran her away. Exactly. Exactly. It was the institution and, of course, the media. The institution, the men in gray suits, and so on, they are the culprits, not the people. Not the people. And you guys, you remember the video that I made about the women on the train? That was like the best evidence right there that all is not what it appears to be. All is not what it appears to be. I mean, look at these girls, happy, starstruck, um, all of those things. Just look at that. They are feeling empowered because they know the Duchess of Sussex is going to help them fight their corner as women trying to make their way in this world. And they're just, oh, I tell you, the institution was just afraid of letting a woman have a voice. William was comfortable giving that speech, taking his mother's voice away. I mean, literally, he took his mother's voice away. And I even hate to say that about him as much because I don't hate William. I don't hate Kate, but um, he just took his mother's voice away. That speech took away her voice. The last thing that she wanted the world to know is exactly how things evolved for her life. That was the one thing she wanted the world to know, and he's trying to suppress that. And like someone said, next, Andrew Morton may be the target because of his participation in Princess Diana telling her side of the story. Now, Andrew Morton, I believe he lives in LA. I believe he lives in LA, or he may have a house in LA or something like that. So I don't know. He's getting up in age. He may not be so subject to the establishment, I guess, pushing its weight down on him. I don't know. I'm not sure because sometimes I don't trust him. I don't trust him sometimes. I just don't. But he seems to, that book that he wrote about the Duchess of Sussex, I didn't cotton too well to that book, so maybe that's why I didn't like the book. The book is a worry to me, but let me see. Do I have that available? Let me see if I have that available. I think now is a good time to review that again. Oh yeah, and Special K comes on tonight, you guys. Special K. I'm gonna have to get the link before I go, but Special K is on tonight, and you guys, Special K only comes on once a week, and so when she does, it is quite the event, I believe. So you guys, I am going to put that link up later. Please go over and support Special K. Please support her because she works very, very hard. And you know, if you guys want more of this kind of content, you have to support these channels. So yeah, please do that because she's been a strong voice for the cause for a long time, and you know, we need her. So okay, let me see if I can find that video, and I'm gonna get off of here soon so that you guys have a chance to get some stuff done, and then hopefully come back for the special K. Nope, that's the Toronto neighbor. Let me see if I can find that one. Oh, I bit the inside of my lip today, and I could still. Oh, it was gross. I mean, I really bit it. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so I can never say I won't bite my lip because I just did. I did that like hours ago, and it still hurts. Uh, oh man, does anybody remember the name of that video? How come I can't find anything today? This is so weird. I am so sorry about this. I can't seem to find anything today. Every time I go to look for something, it's as though I'm looking at somebody else's files, and it seems like it should be right there. But no, that's the Polo Kiss. Oh, that's that dimwit. I don't want to hear from her. And oh, let me see. This would have been perfect timing. Hey, you know what? I don't see it. That is so weird. Okay, so that's a no-go. Ooh, but I see that one, but I don't want to see that one right now. Well, okay. This one works. This one's work. This one work. I'll share this one. I'll share this one. We'll do this one because I think this is just as timely as the other. And maybe there's a few of y'all who haven't seen it. So I will share this one.
She would be coming home late at night, and a couple of times I saw her, and I had a little. The RCMP guys were parked here, and I told them that they were free to park here because I knew what was happening. Sometimes the paparazzis are a pain.
Yeah.
I said, you're free to park here, and as long as you leave me the space for me to come into my garage, I'm fine. And then about 3 or 4 weeks later, the RCMP guy said, I apologize for taking so much of your space and stuff. And I said, well, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Jokingly, I said, Christmas is coming. Belgian chocolates will be nice. And she heard, she was in front of the RCMP guy, RCMP fellow, and said, chocolates. She came back. And then next morning we saw a little bag with a gift from her for letting us park here. Very, very sweet, I think. But apart from that, we haven't exchanged other words. But she seems to be very nice.
Yeah.
She actually wrote me a little note saying thank you. Beautiful calligraphy. If she saw you, to say hello.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I believe, I guess being persecuted all the time.
Yeah.
She learned better just to keep going fast. But the few times that I saw her, it was hell.
Yeah. And did you ever see Prince Harry here? Or?
Never had the chance. And you know what?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get invited to the wedding either.
Yeah. A very nice girl, like being a good neighbor.
As from the way that she presented herself, she's lovely.
Yeah.
Because when I wrote back to her thank you note, and I said, sometimes you're at loose ends, knock on the door, we have some wine in the garden.
Yeah.
But it never happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're trying to be friendly with neighbors and make them feel safe
And welcome.
that's it for now. Okay,
Please,
okay.
like-
I found what I was looking for, you guys. I found it. I found it. I think you'll love this if you haven't seen it before. If you have seen it, see it again. But I think you guys will love it. Let me get this one going, because as Lydia very wisely said, it was the people. It was the people, not not the people. It wasn't the people. It was the establishment, not the people, that seemed to have an end for the Duchess of Sussex. But the average person in the UK, they were very supportive to the Sussexes, very supportive to the Duchess of Sussex. Although the media over there seems to want to continue this campaign of hate. But watch this one. An African-American woman who was paid by the British tabloid media and or trolls to go to the UK to bash the Duchess of Sussex, allegedly to bash the Duchess of Sussex. She goes to the UK and she just happens, they say, to come across a producer of the Dan Wooten show, and they began to bash the Duchess of Sussex, but they were only interrupted because two females that appear to be British women, also seem to have been white women, were not having it. They gave these two the what for. So just to warn you, the video was heavily edited, so it's not a direct, continuous conversation. However, the first lady that spoke, I have highlighted her text in royal blue, and the other woman is in a bright red. And so those were the only words that were highlighted, since they were not speaking into a microphone, but the other two were actually recording their session that they just quote unquote happened to meet each other on the train. They were recording this so-called surprise meeting, allegedly surprise meeting, on the train with one another. And so these two ladies overheard the conversation, and they were having none of it. So it may be difficult to follow. You may want to watch it twice, but here goes.
Well, what about the accusations about the Brits being racist? What did you think about Meghan making an accusation?
That's not absolute nonsense. We described her and the marriage as magical, described her as beautiful. We celebrated the diversity.
I think she wanted to leave from the very beginning.
Well, if you look at her history of sort of social climbing and whatever else, yeah, it makes sense to me.
You should really think about some of the language that you're using. Social climbing.
Sorry.
I found language.
Then you can leave, lady.
Can I?
I'm not leaving.
Can I?
I'm not leaving. I'm just letting you know.
Don't come over here telling me what I need to do, because you're offended.
I'm not telling you what you need to do.
Yes, you just told me what I need to do.
I'm sitting here
I need
trying
to watch
do
my language, is
work.
what you said.
She's dealing with centuries
Look, man, we're
of arcane.
She should have never married into the family.
Why can't you?
Look at this Sun front page from the day she was married. History. Harry and Meg's historic change for monarchy.
Right.
Get that on camera.
Right.
The Daily Mail showbiz editor.
Successful woman.
Nothing to do with her being African.
Of any colour. Any woman.
What's me calling her a social climb got her to do with her race?
Pejorative. It's a really nasty.
What are you talking about?
It's like coming across as a victim.
Yes.
Seriously?
You see people as victims. You're a victim of our language. You're getting offended for people having a
I'm a
conversation.
victim of tabloid language. I think people are a victim. You're right there.
You would say that because you're a victim in chief.
Well, I forgot I put one of those endings as you guys know, I tend to like to get a little dramatic with the endings of my videos. So sorry about that if that was a little bit too much for you. But yeah, when I saw that, yeah, of course, it was like, wow, I was just blown away that they that and that particular reporter, I mean not reporter, but content creator, I think you guys not to even use her name, but that particular one, she it bothers me so much. I feel such a sense of betrayal that a woman of color, someone who could easily, you would assume that she was a mixed race herself, um, is speaking that way about another American woman, African American woman. I can never, ever get past that, ever. That just bothers me so much. It seems like it's like you you go over your best friend's house, and I don't know, let's say you're in the restroom and you get nosy and you look in the clothes hamper, and there's a white hood or something. It's it's like it's just awful. I can, that right there always leaves me shocked. Um, Judge Thomas leaves me shocked. I could never ever uh, feel comfortable with that. That someone would just like is a traitor to their own kind is painful. And that being said, if there was some reason that you needed to call someone out because they are, hurting people or whatever, then you just have to do that. But just to, she shouldn't have married into the family. She shouldn't have, knowing absolutely nothing about the Duchess, but somehow you found your way onto this money train, and you're going to ride it from station to station and collect as much as you can by using leveraging hate speech, as far as I'm concerned, but just a misinformation campaign to fill your coffers. That is very, very painful to me. And when I hear a voice, I cringe. I cringe when I hear a voice. I cringe when I hear it. It's awful to watch. It's awful. I don't know what else to say. It's very painful to me to see. Yeah, and that's exactly why I did throw that in the video, didn't I? I did throw that in the video for a reason. But yeah, I don't know what motivates a person like that other than just greed. Greed. Yeah, another Candace Owens, as far as I'm concerned. Thank you, Arnold Sanders. Absolutely, another Candace Owens. Really, really, really. Especially someone who probably just like Candace Owens have probably benefited from whatever affirmative action, and pulled out the quote unquote race card when it suited her, and then downplays it so that she can identify with the enemy, as far as I'm concerned. That was very exhausting. To just hearing her voice exhausts me. It really does. I feel like energy has been just ripped away from me as soon as and it was the most, and I don't know how else to put this, and I'm sorry if it sounds bad, but it was just the basic ignorant ghetto loud talk or shout down someone. When people don't have words, it's like, let me just repeat this. Let me repeat this. Let me repeat. And you get repetitions. Well, then she shouldn't have married into the family. Well, then and that's the extent. That is the extent of the argument, is to loud talk and to try to shout that person down. I mean, these ladies, the lady heard the term social climbing, and I'm sure for her, even as what I'm assuming was a white woman in the video, to hear someone use the trope social climbing has got to be very painful, no matter what color you are, because in society it's a way to hold a person back, to keep a person down. Well, when you're African American, you got that extra added, or whatever place you in the world you are. If you're of African descent, you have that extra added pressure to do things right and to always appear just and fair, and you have that extra added pressure because of the fact that wherever we go, we're being judged. We're being judged. So, oh man, but I promise you that chick triggers me with her voice, just with her voice, and it for that matter, it's like so many people have said, the Rangers are not fighting the fight because they care so much about the Cambridges or the royal family, but they're in this just out of hate. And they have likened their cause as a right-wing fanatic. They have, in so many cases, not all of them, but some of them, they have hitched their cause to that of another group of haters to perpetuate the what is it they always say, woke. So woke is the new liberal. Woke is the new liberal. To call a person woke, that is the new liberal, as opposed to being asleep. Yeah, I'm woke. I'm woke. Denise Marcus says she was a black minstrel for the money. She would have worn her overalls, no shoes. Oh, the only reason why I noticed it was because as I was going through the thumbnails and I saw her face and I saw Dan Wooten's face, and I was like, oh no, she doesn't even have that many followers. And even after being on that show, she still doesn't have as many followers as most haters do. She's not even good at hate. She doesn't even have that many followers. I mean, obviously she has more than I do, but she doesn't even have that many followers for the amount of hate, for the intensity of the negativity coming out of her platform. She don't even have that many followers. And not only did she make rounds with Dan Wooten, but she also joined what's his name? What's that stud's name? The little stud muffin. What's his name? Oh gosh, Lady C. She also went on Lady C's show. I know I ain't got no sense. Yeah, that stud muffin, that hunk of burning love. We even went on that show. His, they, them went on that show. So yeah, I don't know what to say about her. She's she frustrates me though. She really does. She frustrates me to no end. Yes, that she looks like the flip side of a nickel. Exactly. That's exactly what she looks like. When she turns sideways, she looks like a nickel. Every time I see her, I'm thinking, no, I ain't got no change. When I look at her, I pat my pockets for change. I don't know why. I know why. Because when she turns sideways, she looked like a nickel. Yeah, that's another one I can't stand. Ooh, she makes me sick. Do you hear me? Sick! She makes me absolutely sick. I'm telling you, that little queen gives me gas. Okay, let me see. Do I have that or no? Which is really so sad. The people with the hate channels, they have like, especially Lady C. As far as I'm concerned, that's a hate channel. And Lady C routinely gets some huge numbers of people who wake up with this desire to hate. I don't understand that. The Fox network here in the US, it's not as though they have. Okay, so that was all I wanted to share with that one. Okay, seriously, sick. Okay, oh, let me take this away. Was that through over here? Meghan didn't have to climb as far as many of the other royal wives that entered the royal family because Meghan was self-made, educated millionaire with work and humanitarian experience. I 100% agree with you, Tash Mac. She was a whole and complete person and did not need any of those. They love to try to make it seem like she was confused as what was required. There was no confusion. The only confusion is you had a bunch of people that were narrating every thing that she did and trying to insinuate that somehow she had fallen short, but she's not. Meghan has not put a foot wrong since she entered that family. And just because some person in a tabloid or whatever says that was the case, it certainly was not. She hasn't put a foot wrong. There was no so-called protocol about how you dress and what. There was no protocol. Protocol usually has to do with the military. Military is protocol. With the royal family, yes, it is a strong connection with the military, but most of those things that they were calling protocol were simply tradition. It was basic and simple tradition. And it's amazing how once they succeeded in driving the Sussexes away, then all of a sudden that other, let me stop, I was about to say something, but that other person in the family suddenly decided to dress like a modern woman instead of some mid-century nightmare Stepford wife or something. Look at that. I'm starting to get irritated. Thank you so much, Tashback, for your comment, and have a great weekend. Thanks for watching Royal Sussex. So I meant to share this yesterday, and I guess I didn't. But there was, I guess, a channel or video, whatever, from that person, Yankee Wally, and then of course it disappeared for whatever reason. So and Christopher Bowsy shared that maybe a day or two ago, but for some reason I forgot to share it. And to be honest with you, I kind of forgot what the whole story was about. But basically, what it says there is that the channel was terminated. So on to the next one. Okay, you guys. So this is another thing that I saw today. Australian Republic movement. Australian politician swearing allegiance to a foreign queen. Wait a minute now. Let me see. A foreign queen. A foreign queen. I wonder who they're. No, probably not. Probably. I think they probably meant his mother. Okay, yeah, never mind. So anyway, but I digress. Australian politicians swear allegiance to a foreign queen is absolutely ridiculous and not reflective of what Aussies want. Do you guys see the writing on the wall? Those born overseas have relinquished their first citizenship to comply with Section 44 of the Constitution, which says anyone who is a citizen or entitled to the rights or privileges of a subject or citizen of a foreign power is, okay, I can't see that. Let me see. Is incapable of sitting in parliament, right? Got that? And so, how do you say that? Thistleweight, weight, thistleweight. Good God, Thistleweight. Anyway, Thistleweight says, let me see, MPs, members of parliament, should be pledging to serve the Australian people who elected them and not the British royal family. Ironically, under Section 44 of the Constitution, you cannot run for parliament if you hold allegiance to another country. See the inconsistency there? How are you pledging to show allegiance to a foreign queen, not to be confused with Rambolina, by the way, not that queen? Yet, first thing we do in Parliament is promise to serve a foreign monarch, he told his masthead. Okay. Is archaic and ridiculous. Archaic and ridiculous. Archaic and ridiculous. Not to be confused with, okay, or archaic and ridiculous. Not to be confused with them. It's archaic and ridiculous. It does not represent Australia we live in, and it is further evidence of why we need to begin discussing becoming a republic with our own head of state. We are no longer British. There you go. As a matter of fact, let me say this. Australia as a nation may have started off as a penal colony. Did I just say penal colony? Not to be confused with, of course, him. It did not start off as a penal. I mean, it has started off as a penal colony, but it is a independent nation now, and they have a foreign head of state, someone who was never elected in the first place. So, yeah, it's time to move on. So, like I say, this is probably the beginning of the end of that type of thing as we know it. I mean, it's been shrinking by the day, to be honest with you. The empire of old does not exist. The empire has become the Commonwealth, and not even the most European people within that Commonwealth want to remain in the Commonwealth. Most Canadians see no purpose after the Queen. They don't want any other British head of state. And as you can see here, Australian politicians, increasingly, you got more and more people who don't want to be bothered with that. Because I tell you, if for some reason a war breaks out, there's not much that the British could do to help them. You know what I'm saying? They live in a neighborhood of the world where everybody's shaking in their boots because of China. If something happened with China, it's not much that the British will be able to do for them. So they may as well just exert their independence and move on. The connection between the two countries won't change otherwise. It's just that this whole ceremonial thing that they have with the Queen, which of course she, as head of state, constitutionally speaking, reserves the right to dissolve parliament if she so chooses, amongst other things. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, so this guy, Thistleweight, I think is his name. He's saying, let's do it. Let's move on. Elaine Parker says, apparently on Twitter, Campbell is saying Harry should come out in support of William and stop the vile things being said about his brother. He should tell the Sussex squad to stop. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. The only way that stops is when they stop, not when we stop. As a matter of fact, what vile, vicious things? What vile, vicious things? We're not counting the Cambridge baby teeth. We're not calling their children puppets or dolls or anything like that. You don't hear anybody in the squad going after them like that. Now, yes, I have referred to the Cambridges in some very disparaging ways out of frustration, mostly in fun and never about hate. I mean, yes, I've referred to Kate as a mannequin and a Stepford wife, and William as a balding, insecure, what do you call it, usurper. But other than that, I don't have anything against them. So yeah, I mean, Elaine, I know that I never hear from Lady whatever, Lady C, Mr. C, whatever. Is it Mr. T or Lady C? Anyway, I never hear from her because she never pops up on my feed. But I have like seen where they wanted to. Oh, she's on in 25 minutes. I know you guys just got the notification. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get off of here very soon. And by the way, thank you, Elaine, so much for your comment and your constant support to this channel. It really, really helps a lot, and I do appreciate it. I am going to post this. You guys, I'm just going to say this. I get a little frustrated sometimes because when I do watch Special K, she's on once a week. But you guys, today, let's flood that channel with support, please. I know that I've been on for a while and I've been talking too much, but don't let that discourage you. Go over there and flood that channel with support, please, because I hate to see when people are working so hard, and and y'all know how y'all did me with my food truck video. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't food truck video today. Get over there and show your support because she works hard. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I just pegged it. I just pegged it. Let me click on that and make sure that's where it's going. Yes. Okay. So she comes on in about 30 minutes. Go over there and matter of fact, you guys can just leave right now because I'm pretty much done. But yeah, go over there today. Please promise me y'all will go over there and flood her with support because she works very hard and she's very good, and we need to support her. Okay. Thank you so much, Elaine Parker. And what else do we have here? And I'm definitely going to be over there. I'll probably be making my dinner at the same time if y'all don't see me chatting. But yes, the food truck video. You guys know what you all did. Y'all know what y'all did, messing with my head. I don't know if it was like some vast Sussex Squad conspiracy to see if y'all could make me nervous or whatever. But yeah, y'all probably got together with that one. Yeah, I just pinned it to the chat. So if you guys go to the shop, not the chop, but the top of the chat, you'll see where I just pinned the link for today's Special K, which I always just say Special K, but it's Sussex Talk. So Special K on Sussex Talk. I just hit the bell to remind me. So please today, you guys, let's rally support as much as we can. I mean, it's only Friday that she's usually on. So please go over there and rally that support for Special K because she inspires me with her work, and we need to support her. You're right, Denise Marcus. Oh, there you are. I love Special K too. She's good. She's good. This is how I got so like when I was watching Ivy, I'm like, Ivy is really doing all, And it was like, she didn't even have like 1,000 people. I'm like, this is outrageous. Ivy does all this hard work, and as a community, we need that, we need that. So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do the best I can to try to shorten Royal Sussex, because 2 hours, the time really does go by. But some days I don't have any intentions to go past. Good Lord, it's almost 2.5 hours. Listen, y'all, I got to go. I didn't even know I had been on here that long. Yeah, I gotta go. Uh, oh, is there an announcement? Is there an announcement? What's going on? What's going on? Is there an announcement? What do we got here? Yeah, Special K and drinks. What do we have here? It's like 2 hours. No, it's looking at the thing. It's 2 hours and 27 minutes. It's been 2 hours. Yes, yes. Oh, I love the opening of her show. I love it. Yes, absolutely. You guys, and I promise I'm going to do the best I can to try to shorten these, because we need to support all the platforms, and I've been talking too much lately. So, baby boy for Henry VIII. Oh, congratulations, Henry VIII. Congratulations. All right. All right, you guys. I'm going. Special K will be up soon. Remember, we're going to go over there. The link is there. We are going to flood. We're going to flood Special K with support today, please. Because we have to maintain this community, and that the way to do it is by showing support. So get over to Special K, and I will see you all there, although I'm going to be making some dinner for myself. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So I'm going to do this very quick. I will. Faith, hope, love. Okay, you guys, go ahead. Go make a snack. Go eat your dinner or whatever. I'll see y'all over at Special K. I am very much done here. Yep, that was it. The last one was Prince Pagan. I am done here. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you. Also, I got a list that I need to share with you guys, I believe. Where's my list? My list. I got it here. Thank you so much, Sherry Ware. Thank you for today's donations. I appreciate it, you guys. Let me see. Donations and memberships. Lima Zim, thank you so much for the super sticker. Connie Balmer, happy birthday, and thank you so much for the super sticker. Elaine Parker, thank you. I love Mickey, and he loved one. Thank you again. Thank you, Ginger Lily, Legs. Oh yeah, Legs, you had quite a few super chats today. Thank you, Yvonne Parker, Iris Demonia, TCC Sun, Claudia Blanco, RBDG, thank you. Alan Vernon, thanks. Lorna Williams, Humorous TikTok, and Almer Andrews. Thank you all so much for supporting Royal Sussex. Now, please, everybody, jump over to the Special K, hit the bell reminder. We are going to flood that very hard-working content creator with support today. Okay? Okay. All right. So thank you all. And then, of course, it is time for a reminder to William the Terrible. It is a reminder to him that he has certain obligations that he simply cannot escape. And the reason why is because, where's my harmonica? Oh, no. That's the wrong key. Where's my harmonica? The wrong key. Let me get it in the right key. No, that's not it. What does that look like that? No, that's not right. Oh my goodness, I can't find it. How weird. I knew this was looking kind of weird today. No, that's not it. Let me see. See what happened when you start rushing? Everything goes wrong. Everything. Okay. But that's okay because I can fix it. That's because I can fix it. Can I fix it? Oh, yes, yes, yes. There it is. There it is. Okay, so oh man, this is so weird. How come I have been having trouble finding stuff lately? So remember when the Cambridges arrive in Boston, we're gonna have someone there waiting for him. Trenchtown Man was singing his song.
That's Prince. Don't $145 million. That's what Einstein wants. She $145 million. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
And then, of course,
Wells, both of you are. And so, taking the measure of your collective characters, Prince Well and Duchess Cornwall, I have decided to speak not only for myself, but for other people who are taking exception to your attitude when it comes to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who are actually living their best life in sunny California. Now, if this is in no way reflecting anything from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, this is my own feelings being expressed the only way I know
how.
That's
Oh man, that never gets old. I promise you, that never gets old. Um, that never ever gets old. Oh man. Well, it was fun making that. And you know what, guys? Um, I have to tell you, during this Royal Sussex, which started during the global pandemic, this has been one of the best experiences that I've had in life. I have to say that, and I've had many, but this has been one of the best experiences that I had in my life. And I can't say this enough. You guys trusting me to do this work is more important than anything else because I know how you guys feel about the Sussexes, and I know what it's like to believe in someone and to see them torn down and to, this attempt to have them destroyed publicly like that and humiliated. It only makes me more determined when I see that someone's trying to put their backs against the wall. So I'm glad to do it. And I'm again, I thank you guys for trusting me to do this work. And as you know, I'm very, very much, you know, feel strongly about supporting as many of these platforms as possible, because the community is like the last safeguard for the Sussexes. I really do believe that, because other than that, I don't think there's anybody else that really comes close to coming out as strong as a group as the Sussex squad does. So glad to do it. Glad to be here. Glad to, be a small part of a much, much bigger thing. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, don't forget to hit the like button, share if at all possible. And what else? And of course, I'm sure you are all subscribed. And Derangers, please don't forget to hit the dislike button. Just hit the thumbs down on your way out while you're writing letters and complaining and stuff like that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs down. Okay, so I got to make a thumbnail before I can make my dinner. And again, I thank you. And as per usual, love to our faves who have made this whole thing with the Sussexes possible. They're moms. They're very powerful, very generous moms. The Queen of Hearts, the Queen of everything. Thank you, Diana, Doria. Thank you so much. And our last word of the day will go to, let's see. Thank you, Faith, Hope, Love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is that? Jackie says, I'm so happy to hear you say this because I appreciate you. You mean a lot to me, sincere. Oh, Jackie K, thank you so much for that. Yes, and let's not forget the mods. You know what? And I got to redo the moderator thing, since we've taken some new moderators on. So I got to update this. I'll work on that soon. But yeah, I got to add some names to that. But yeah, the moderators have been like, the sentinels of sanity for us, because otherwise, where would we be if we had to fall prey to those nasty, terrible Miss VSN? Hey, Miss VSN, glad you're here. Okay, let me see. Okay, last word of the day comes from. Let me see who's going to close us out with something very uplifting and inspiring. Something that says, well, not exactly, but I was thinking something more like, service is universal. But thank you, Rochelle. I like that too. Let me see. Okay, something that says, okay, that's it. Faith of Love says, Happy Friday to everyone. I love that. Nice, positive, uplifting, and gingervenge. I will see y'all over at a Special K's place, which starts in about 15, I think. Okay. And cue Ginger Avenger. Whatever it is, I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Miss VSN, you're just in time to hear me. Yeah, I guess it is singing. Tootsie Roll, chocolate chew. Tootsie Roll, I think I'm in love with you. Whatever it is, I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. I swear, all across America, dogs are hiding under beds. Cats are diving behind the sofa. Yeah, it's like with this when there's an earthquake and only the animals knows it. Poor animals. Okay, I swear, you guys, I'm going to shorten these videos. I've been talking too much. I will see y'all over at Special K's. Love you guys. I will catch you later.